What's going on, guys? Zoology here. We're going to be talking today about Octane and why I think he's the most underplayed, underrated legend in Apex Legends. I think it's due mostly to the fact that there's a lot of unknown facts about Octane, and unless you've been around for Season 1, Season 2, you have no idea about him. So for one, we're going to talk about his jump pad. So if you utilize his jump pad, right, just to jump, double jump, and then you always want to slide at the end just to get the most horizontal distance. While you use that double jump, you never want to use that double jump at the apex of your first original jump. So let me show you what I mean. So if I utilize this pad here, I jump and I double jump at the apex, I get to about, let me slide, and I get to about here, right? So let's mark this up. Now, if I do that same motion, so I jump, double jump, and then slide, but I double jump as I'm about to hit the ground about this height, I'll get a lot more horizontal distance. So let me show you. It's usually about 11 to 12 meters. So we jumped, we double jump there, and then we slide. All right, so let's see. What's our distance there? So we got 13 meters, right? So just by changing the way that we double jump, or where we double jump, generally it's going to be as we're descending closest to the ground, is going to create a further horizontal distance for us. Now that's not necessarily something super crazy, right? I mean, that's 13 meters, not really a big deal. But let's say that you didn't know how to super jump. So what is super jumping? This is something that a lot of people in Apex don't know, again, unless you've been around for seasons and seasons. And constantly, whenever I'm playing a game, I actually use this to my advantage because majority of the people don't know how to utilize it. So I'll jump to a place that they can't reach me unless they super jump in order to heal and do all that good jazz. When they try to follow me, obviously they're not able to reposition to the same spots I am. So what is super jumping? So what you're going to do is as you hit this pad, you're going to press spacebar. What that's going to do is create a higher vertical distance along with a further horizontal distance. So we have our canister set up here, right? So this furthest canister is the one that we used for jumping, double jumping at our lowest point, and then sliding. So let's see if we can't gain some distance on that one here. So we're going to super jump. Notice the height that we gain. Double jump, and then we're going to slide. All right, so we gained 10 meters from our other point, which we just jumped, double jumped, and then slid. So while 10 meters may not seem like a ton, that's absolutely the difference between being able to have line of sight on a dude that's running away from you and just having him disappear into the wind. So we talked about super jumping and the horizontal distance that it's going to get us. Now, if we end up utilizing our super jump, it's utilized best when trying to get to high ground. So if everybody just used the jump pad, like majority of the people do, they just hop on it and they say, okay, cool, I'm gonna reposition to high ground. I can definitely see why he is not played very often. So let me give you an example. If I just use this pad and I try to get up here, right, even with the double jump, I can't quite get there. If that was all Octane had to offer, I mean, I can definitely see why people are like, yeah, you know what, just use any other character but Octane, he's pointless. However, if you used his super jump, you can get to much higher ground. So we got up here, right? So let's see, just for visual reference, where about that is. So with our double jump, we were able to get to about here with no super jump, and with just a super jump, we're able to get to right up here. So the difference in height is absolutely massive. This height actually is roughly the height of the center section. So you have the towers, right, at artillery, and then you have that center section that connects all the towers. That center section is lower than the towers, and you can absolutely reach that with a jump pad. There hasn't really been a spot on any of the maps that I have not been able to reach with this jump pad. Now, that's not to say that I may not have to put it somewhere kind of cheeky, right? So if I have it here and I have a truck in front of me, I may hop on that truck, toss it on there just to gain a little bit more height. But you can see the vertical distance that he gains from super jumping. It's absolutely massive, and it's definitely a necessity when you guys are repositioning. Something else that I want to touch on here real quick is air strafing. I'm not going to go too far into it, but air strafing has tons and tons of usage. When using the pad, you absolutely want to air strafe. It's not like Pathfinder's zipline where you're just straight. You're going to be able to strafe right off of this pad. So what do I mean by strafe? There's tons of movement guides out there, so I'm just going to give you a quick little how to strafe in the air. If I'm trying to go to the right, I'm going to press D and look to the right as I go, slowly panning. And if I'm going to the left, I'm going to press A and slowly pan to the left. So if I was running this way, instead of having to reposition, say here, to get up to my high ground, what I can do is I can just run straight and then air strafe up to my high ground. So let me show you. So there we go, air strafe up to my high ground, and I'm good to go. It takes some practice. You're gonna have to do this in firing range a little bit to get used to the air strafing, because if you air strafe too slow, right, you're not gonna quite make where you want to go. If you end up air strafing too fast, you're not going to get the distance after your curve that you need. So it'd be something like this, right? I don't have enough distance to get up there. So there is a happy medium. You're going to have to test that for yourself, put it in firing range, and roll from there. So another good use of air strafing, aside from strafing on your high ground, right, not having to reposition your character, is whenever you're transversing just through the map, you toss your pad down to gain that speed, start running through the map faster, looking for people or looking for loot, whatever it is. It's good to be able to know how to air strafe in case you see somebody straight ahead, right? So if I jump and I happen to see somebody here, then what I can do is I jump, I see him, I can start air strafing to a position that's better for me. So whether that be cover, whether that be high ground, it's going to really help you out if you know how to air strafe. Along with that, you don't want to utilize Octane's pad to jump straight into a fight. So a lot of people use him to push or to run away. Now there are some certain cases in which that's definitely going to be the way to use it, but they're far few in between. So the way I always use the pad is specifically for gaining high ground, repositioning, things of those nature. If I use it for pushing or if I use it for running away, it's very situational. Either they're super low or they have something in their way. So if I use the jump pad to run away, I won't get hit. If I do ever use the jump pad to run away, it's always going to be without pressing the space bar, because I don't need that vertical distance. What I need is just to keep my body as close to the ground, so that way I'm not an easy target that they can just look up on and follow the arc. What's going on, guys? So we're going to go over the last little known fact here about Octane. This one has to do with his tactical. So his tactical is generally utilized to push a squad or to run away from a squad, gang round, whatever it may be. But I rarely see it used for its probably most important role, to be honest. So your arc stars, your Watson traps, your caustic traps, your Bangalore ult, those are all ults, or all items that slow you, right? So if I throw this arc star down, I get a slowing effect that wears off after about 3 seconds. During those 3 seconds, though, you're just an easy target, right? So they'll ADS, you're barely moving, so it's really easy just to get headshots on you, and then you get downed. So something that I utilize pretty often is whenever I have that slowing effect, if you tactical, it'll completely negate any slowing effect that you have. Again, Watson traps, caustic traps, all that good jazz. So if I throw this down and I get hit by it and then I ult right out of it, that'll allow me to run to my teammates if I need to, or get behind cover and start healing. There's tons of different stuff or ways that you could utilize that. I utilize it a lot for caustic traps. I mean, that guy's so trolly, man. He'll put stuff in the corners and then he'll wait in there just so people are slowed. He'll toss his gas inside of a room. It's honestly, the possibilities with the tactical are endless. So that's going to be it for majority of the stuff here. His pad is tactical. If you could think of anything else in the video that I didn't touch on, please put in the comments below. Let me know what you think. I mean, did your opinion change on Octane? I've mained him for seasons and seasons, so I found that he's an extremely viable character. It's just you have to know how to play him, and you have to know these little things that rarely anybody talks about. If you guys like it, give it a like, subscribe, and I'm going to catch you in the next video, which should be our critique, learn, and improve, our first video for that. And I'm just going to be taking gameplay from myself or submitted gameplay. And we're going to run through what we're doing good, what we're doing bad, and how we can learn from it. So I'm going to be drawing all over the video, you know, talking about if we should have pushed that squad, where we should have repositioned to, or why where we repositioned to is good. So it's going to go really in depth to help learn people that are possibly lower ranking than I am. I'm currently plat, kind of learn what to do better, or possibly what not to do. Again, I'm going to critique myself. So if you guys see anything in those videos that I create, be sure to put it at the bottom, like, hey, you know, at this time, you know, you should have done X, Y, and Z, especially if you're above plat, you're diamond, master, especially apex predator. You guys see something that could have been done different, please put it in the comments. That way, not only can I learn, but we'll also be teaching people that are below plat to kind of how to play the game, again, what not to do, what to do. So it's going to be a really good series. I'm extremely happy about it. I'm excited. We created our Facebook page. It's going to be Zoology /Zoology, 2 Y's, same as my name here in game. And the Facebook page is the Zoo Crew. The whole hopes of that community is going to be allowing you to post clips or post you know, videos. Obviously gonna have to be semi-short in order to upload it onto Facebook, but allowing you to post your own videos on there, so people that are higher ranking than you, or people that may have just seen something that you don't, could put, hey, you know, you should have done XYZ, and critique you there. I don't know how many submissions I'm gonna get of different footage that you guys, you know, send in. So I don't know if I'll be able to get to all of the footage that's sent in, and if I can't, well, then that's a great outlet to not only get just my perspective, but get everybody's that's on that channel. So again, that's Zoology with 2 Y's, Facebook /Zoology. We're also on Twitch. We stream on Saturdays, Tuesdays, Thursdays. We're on pretty often. So again, if you guys like this video, give it a like and subscribe. I'll catch y'all later.